What's up, guys? It's Introspective Ethan. Today, in this video, we're going to be talking about it's okay to feel lost. You don't need to have life figured out. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just because you've seen people on social media having it figured out at a young age does not mean that you need to have it figured out. And it's okay to not to have it figured out. So, my name is Ethan, and this is the first video of my channel. Today, in this video, we're going to be talking about it's okay to not have it figured out. You don't need to have everything figured out when you're young. Social media has made you believe that you need to have everything figured out by the time you're 18 years old. If you don't have it figured out, then you're just a loser, and that's not the case. The truth is, it's okay to feel lost. There's going to be times when you feel a little bit out of it, maybe question why you're doing some things. But trust me, guys, it is okay to feel lost. Do not beat yourselves up, continuing enduring, and continuing to show up and pushing through it, man, because I'm telling you, sometimes there's going to be some hard times where you feel a little lost and you feel a little iffy about what you're doing and what if it really matters, but that is normal. Any feelings that you guys have is normal. When you show up and live just the life that you want to live, there's going to be feelings of inadequacy, feelings of fear, feelings of doubt. And the thing is, you just got to embrace it. Embrace it as a journey. It doesn't have to define you. You just got to continue to show up and continue to put in the effort, and you'll get to the place that you want to be. And if you guys don't know where you're going, that's okay, because to be honest, nobody has it figured out, man. And you can't compare yourself to somebody else that's on day like 10,000 and you're on day 1. You're just gonna feel insufficient and insignificant, so you just can't compare. That's why social media is so bad for your mental health, because it constantly creates this comparison. These people are on day like 2,000 and you're just starting, and you don't get the results that they get, and you feel disappointed because you expected so much. But that's what compounding interest is. They've built something that with little effort, they get a lot of results with time. And that's what you guys have, is you have a lot of time. Don't worry, you don't have to have it figured out. It's okay not to have it figured out. You just need to continue to show up, put in the work, and be at peace with what is. You should not be wanting to change what could have been or what should have been. You need to just embrace it and accept it. I'll give you guys a little story time. So for the past 5 days, I've been passively consuming, and I felt like really depressed and down. You know, like the unfulfilling loop of consuming. It's never ending. It's never fulfilling, and it just leaves you feeling so empty. And I felt down, and I was being down on myself because I felt like I was a failure, and I didn't know where I was going. And I realized that when you're in that situation, the negativity speaks louder than the positivity, and you really need to be careful about it. You can't beat yourself up. You need to treat yourself as your best friend. You need to be understanding with yourself, because when you start beating yourself up, it just creates a negative loop that goes further and further, and it never stops until you break out of it. And when you beat up yourself for something that you couldn't control, or something that you could have controlled but didn't, I'm telling you, it's going to be fine. So think about yesterday, right? This is an exercise I want you guys to do. Think about yesterday. Think about the pain and suffering that you guys went through yesterday. You don't really remember it, right? Yesterday was yesterday, today is now. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys, that the suffering of yesterday passes by. Tomorrow is yesterday, today. And what I mean by that is the things we go through today, the suffering, the pain, it's not going to matter tomorrow. And that's what you guys really need to live and try to figure out what you want to do. Action is not scary at all, and it's really just all about stepping out and being and trying. Even if you don't see any results, you still provided value to your life. You still grew, and you still showed up. It's always a win, no matter how big or small. The most important thing is continuing to show up and endure and understand you're not alone. There's many people out there that are going through the same thing. And zoom out a little bit about the struggles you're going through right now, and the feeling of loneliness, being lost, insufficient, inadequacy, you name it. I felt that too. And even though I do feel these feelings, I step into it and I embrace it. I don't run from it. I put myself in these positions where I can step into it, and it's not scary. I heard this quote once: what's on the other side of fear? Nothing. Fear is just a word that is made up to make you fail. And if you listen to it, you will fail. I'm telling you guys, when you guys are young, you have so many opportunities, so many possibilities. You can't be worried about the pain of now. Even though it feels like it's the end of the world, it's not. Because tomorrow is going to be over. With time, you'll get better. It will all continue to just keep going, and life never stops. It never pauses. So you guys really need to zoom out and realize it's okay to feel lost, but you really need to be trying things when you're young. Because when you're young, you're so young that it doesn't really even matter what you do. You bounce back, And when you're young, it's a time to be building your life and to be experimenting with things that you like or don't like. And if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, then you need to be experimenting. You don't need to have your whole life figured out by the time you're 18. That's a big lie. And these companies, they sell you products that will make you feel like you figured your life out at 18, and that's how they make you rich. It's how the world works. They create this fake problem, and they do it so well that they make you believe it, and then you buy their product, and the only ones profiting from it are them. So it's really just a losing game, comparing yourself to anyone else. You're exactly where you're meant to be because this is exactly where you're supposed to be. Nothing else should have been different. If anything else would have been different, everything else would have been different. So the anything to everything concept is very important to understand. Everything that has happened is meant to be right now, and you cannot change it. You cannot go back. You cannot fix it. You cannot correct it. You cannot correct your mistake. So why try? Understand that now is all you have. The pain of yesterday does not matter at all. The sufferings of yesterday does not matter. And I hate to say it, but what you're going through right now is just not important tomorrow. Because today is going to pass by tomorrow. Like, you really remember yesterday, right? No. Maybe you have like a few key memories, but those are like the happy ones. Unless you got your heart broken or something, but that's a different story. You don't remember the struggles of yesterday. And I'm telling you that today is going to be yesterday tomorrow. So you might as well do something that you're going to remember and show for it. This is a little off tangent, but this is why I really like producing, guys. And if you guys are thinking about producing, just go for it. I'm telling you, the worst that could happen is nothing. Nothing. It's not going to be scary. You're just going to put yourself out there. You're going to live and learn. And you're going to learn how to provide value and receive value. And be open and to put yourself out there. You got to be open and open-minded and courageous. And it's not even courageous. It's really just about acknowledging what you're experiencing, not letting it dictate who you are, continuing to move forward no matter what you're feeling, and continuing to show up every day no matter what is up with your life. Just continuing to move one foot after the other, continuing to move forward and continuing to show up no matter what it feels like or what you want to do. And that is the key to finding a purpose in your life. The only way to find a purpose in your life and stop feeling lost is to provide value to somebody else. The concept is, no matter how big or small you think you're doing, it has a big impact on somebody else. And you really need to just embrace it and step out there and, smile at somebody. The more you smile at people, the better you feel. Because you're kind of, in a way, acting until you become. So if you smile, you'll be happy. If you act with intention, you'll find your meaning in life. It's perfectly fine to not know what you're meant to be doing. It's okay. I've been there too. And I've been down that unfulfilling loop and path of nothingness, just the complete emptiness of consuming. There's nothing to it. And it leaves me feeling empty. The other day I was reflecting and I was thinking, where's all my time gone? I've let these big social media companies steal my time. There's nothing to show for it. So that's why you guys need to be building something, building anything with your life. Like, you need to just have the ultimate goal of being selfless and just providing value to somebody else's life. And even if nobody else sees what you're doing, it doesn't matter because you're providing value to your own life. It's exciting to have a purpose and wake up and not snooze and just show up and, let's go, a new day. I can start up the day and at least I know that I have myself and I can continue to improve myself and learn valuable skills that will benefit my future self. So basically, the summary of this video is, it's okay to feel lost. You need to zoom out on the perspective you have right now and realize that today the suffering doesn't matter because it's going to be yesterday tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a new day. The challenges are going to be a new day. You need to be building something meaningful. The key to finding a purpose in your life is providing value. I just showed up, didn't let how I felt dictate how I moved, and I just continued to be. And I didn't expect. The thing is, when you produce for somebody else and provide value to their life, you can't expect anything in return. You just got to trust that the more value you put in, the more value you get out. That's how the world works. The more value you put in, the more value you get out. To the exact value that you give to somebody is the value you get back. So you need to focus on just providing value. And don't worry, there's going to be some relapses, there's going to be some hard struggles, but embrace them. That's how you move and grow. That's how you continue to adapt and learn. Just do it, man. Because that's really the key to life, is just doing it, no matter how you feel, no matter what's going on in your mind. Everybody feels that feeling. And how are you gonna let it dictate your life? So yeah, man, if you guys enjoy my content, go ahead and like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. You guys have a good day, man.